Yes, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीला गुरु महाराज की जय। ऑल ग्लोरीज टू ऑल द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज। हरे कृष्णा, दिस इज चिन्मयी व्रज प्रिया देवी दासी, वेलकमिंग ईच वन ऑफ you to our Bhakti Sangha mid-morning session. May we know who all have joined today. We can greet you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dhanvat pranams, our glories to Srila Prabhupada, which is all these Vaishnavas. This is Sriti Rasumrita. Thank you, Mataji, for all your services.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you for all your wonderful classes. Thank you for your association, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Good.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dhanvat pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for joining every day, and welcome, Mataji, to today's session.
Hare Krishna Mataji. This is Balavrinda. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hari Bol Balavrinda. Such a beautiful recitation of Bhagavad Gita. And so nicely you come and recite, Kana. Very, very proud of you. And
Thank you,
welcome.
Mataji.
And welcome to today's session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Chinmayi Mataji. Dandot pranams to all devotees here. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Sumi from California.
Hare Krishna, Sumi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for joining each and every day, no matter where you are. And welcome, Mataji, to today's session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashomati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all your services. Thank you for joining every day and being here and encouraging all of us. Please and welcome, Mataji, to today's session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All glories to your services, Mataji, your classes.
Mataji, it's 11 o'clock. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Archana Bhakti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for giving your precious time and being here. And thank you for now talking on the Supreme Lord's glories. And with your permission, shall I read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today and then hand over the call to you, Mataji? I came here with a great mission to execute my spiritual master's order, but my heart is stabbing me. Of course, I'm not afraid of Maya. I know Maya cannot touch me, but still, if I die in this condition, my mission will remain unfulfilled. Please therefore pray to Prabhu Lord Chaitanya and Vrindavan Bihari to rescue me this time. My mission is still not finished. Such a grave saying. This was said by His Divine Grace in his letter to Sri Krishna Pandit on June 1st, 1967. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much, Archana Bhakti Mataji. And Mataji will be talking on Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya Khanda, 10th chapter, the last chapter, from texts 124 to 130. We are eagerly waiting to hear from you, Mataji. Please take over. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Are you able to hear me
Yes, Mataji.
clearly?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki Jai Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki Jai Om Ajnanati Mirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much for your kind association. So today we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat's Antya Khanda, chapter 10. In this chapter, we have been, especially now, the context is the glories of Srila Pundarik Vidyanidhi. So we see that once Gadadhar Pandit, who is a disciple of Sri Pundarik Vidyanidhi, one day he approached Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said that I forgot the mantra given by my guru. In other words, I'm not able to realize by chanting that mantra, I'm not able to realize the Lord, the mantra which was given by my guru. So can you please give me that mantra once again? So he said that I have spoken that I have given this mantra to another person, and because of that, that person was not qualified somehow, you know. I'm not able to get the same realization by chanting that mantra now. So you please give me that mantra once again. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, but you received it from your spiritual master. You have a spiritual master. You know, you don't become an offender by taking the same mantra from someone else when your spiritual master is still there. But my spiritual master is not here. Why don't you give it? Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, but he's going to come here very soon. In about 10 days' time, he's going to come here. So you can take the mantra from your guru. So then Mahaprabhu actually became very pleased that because of Gadadhar Pandit has attracted Pundarik Vidyanidhi to come to Jagannath Puri. Mahaprabhu would spend time hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit. And specifically, he would take great interest in hearing about the stories of Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj. And the way Gadadhar Pandit was expert in reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, another devotee, Swarup Damodar Goswami, was expert in singing Kirtan. Swarup Damodar Goswami would always be engaged in glorifying the topics of the Supreme Lord. He had no engagement other than glorifying the qualities of the Supreme Lord. And he was the topmost authority on the conclusions of Bhakti. He exclusively gave pleasure to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart. And how would Mahaprabhu reciprocate with the devotion of Swarup Damodar Goswami? Whenever he chanted, whenever he sang about the qualities of Krishna, Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu would become so overwhelmed that he would begin dancing in ecstasy. There would be various ecstatic expressions on his body, like crying, becoming stunned, hair standing on end, crying like that. He would lose consciousness and he would fall down to the ground on hearing the Kirtan of Swarup Damodar Goswami. Therefore, it is said that of all the sannyasi associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nobody was equal to Swarup Damodar Goswami. There were two sannyasis who were prominent. One was Paramananda Puri, the other was Swarup Damodar Goswami. Paramananda Puri was expert in meditation, whereas Swarup Damodar Goswami was expert in the art of melodious singing of the kirtans of the Lord. And whenever he would sing, the Lord would dance. Such Swarup Damodar Goswami would wander in the town incognito without being recognized by others. So, in this way, Mahaprabhu was performing pastimes, enjoying Kirtan with Swarup Damodar Goswami. Swarup Damodar Goswami is a sannyasi now, but in his previous ashram, actually, Swarup Damodar Goswami was actually a sannyasi. However, he maintained this name Swarupa. Swarupa is actually a title which is given to the brahmachari. So, there are 10 titles of sannyasis. In the Vedic line, there are 10 titles for sannyasis. The brahmacharis of a particular title, for example, let's say take Bharati title. The brahmachari assistant of Bharati sannyasi is called Caitanya. Similarly, the brahmachari assistant to a, I think, Tirtha or Ashrama titled sannyasi is called Swarupa. The way Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kept his brahmachari title, even though he was a sannyasi, in the same way Swarup Damodar Goswami also kept his brahmachari title as Swarupa. Why? Because in the Advaita school, when one takes sannyas, he considers himself, and everyone else also, addresses him as Namo Narayanaya, that you are Narayan now. Why they consider like that? Because one can accept sannyas only after he is purified. He gets antahkarana shuddhi. That means after he realizes that he is not this body, his spirit soul. After he gets antahkarana shuddhi, after his modes of passion and ignorance are removed, when he's completely now in the mode of goodness, that means his avidya is now replaced by vidya. Only then he is allowed to give up his karma and take sannyas. So therefore, when one take, and then their understanding, Mayavadis, according to Mayavad philosophy or Advaita philosophy, when one takes their understanding of Ishvara, Ishvara means Lord Narayan, Lord Krishna, Lord Ramchandra, and even Lord Shiva, Durga Devi. Their understanding is Ishvara. The difference between Ishvara and conditioned soul is what? Ishvara's body is made of goodness. Conditioned soul's body is made of passion and ignorance. This is their understanding of the difference between Ishvara and Jiva. So when one takes sannyas, he's able to take sannyas after he gets antahkarana shuddhi, after he is purified of the modes of passion and ignorance. He is in the mode of goodness. That means what? That means he has become Ishvara now. That's their understanding of Lord Narayan. Lord Narayan or Lord Krishna or Lord Ramchandra, they think his body is made of goodness. But ultimately, for you to transcend, you have to give up even goodness. And then you have to go and merge into Brahman, Aikya Jnanam, right? I am that Brahman. That is the ultimate. So therefore, when one accepts sannyas order, they address that sannyasi as Narayan. Now you have become Narayan because you have transcended the modes of passion and ignorance. You have come to the mode of goodness. So you have become Narayan. And this is a great offense. A Vaishnava will never accept others calling him as the Supreme Lord. This is a great offense to the Supreme Lord. Nobody can be equal to the Lord. That's why to preach this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not accept the title of a sannyasi. He didn't call himself Bharati. Similarly, Swarup Damodar Goswami also, actually he would have become, his name is, his brahmachari name was Damodar and the title given to him was Swarupa. But when he accepted sannyas, he didn't take the title of Tirtha or Ashrama. He kept his brahmachari title. Brahmachari is a servant. A Vaishnava always remains a servant. He never becomes the Lord, Ishvara. No. He always maintains his position as a servant. So this is the glory of Swarup Damodar Goswami. That's an additional point. The way Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kept his brahmachari title, Swarup Damodar Goswami also kept his title of brahmachari. So in his previous ashram, even before that, he was actually Purushottam Acharya. And in his previous ashram, he had a very dear friend called Pundarik Vidyanidhi. They were very close friends in Navadvip. So what happened here? Swarup Damodar Goswami would sing so sweetly that Mahaprabhu would be completely in ecstasy hearing the kirtan of Swarup Damodar Goswami. He would not know where he was, whether he is on land or in water, in forest, in bushes. He would cry out loudly. And Swarup Damodar Goswami would be performing kirtan alone with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so it would be just the Lord and Swarup Damodar Goswami. And when the Lord would fall in ecstasy, Swarup Damodar Goswami would hold him and would serve him. nobody is as fortunate as Swarup Damodar Goswami, because he was the constant companion of Lord Gaur Sundar. So one day when Mahaprabhu was like this, completely absorbed in ecstatic love, we also read about the pastime of how Mahaprabhu fell into the well, and then the devotees came and brought him out. So in this way, the Lord was engaged in pastimes in Nilachal with Swarup Damodar Goswami and other devotees. And remember, Mahaprabhu is waiting for Pundarik Vidyanidhi, because he told Gadadhar Pandit that in 10 days Pundarik Vidyanidhi is going to come. And Pundarik Vidyanidhi did arrive. And the Lord understood that Pundarik Vidyanidhi has now arrived in Nilachala. As soon as the Lord thought about Pundarik Vidyanidhi appeared there to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when the Lord saw him, he smiled and said, "My father has come, my father has come." Who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna. And who is Pundarik Vidyanidhi? Vrishabhanu Maharaj. So when Pundarik Vidyanidhi came, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that means Srimati Radharani, is saying, "My father has come, my father has come." Another name of Pundarik Vidyanidhi is Premanidhi. Nidhi means treasure. Premanidhi, he is the treasure of love of Godhead. So you can call him Sri Pundarik Vidyanidhi or Sri Premanidhi. When Mahaprabhu said, "My father has come, my father has come," Sri Premanidhi's heart was filled with ecstatic love. And Mahaprabhu embraced Srila Pundarik Vidyanidhi and began crying. And seeing this, all the devotees also began to weep. And Swarup Damodar Goswami, who was with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now meets his old friend Pundarik Vidyanidhi. They are meeting each other in the presence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And now meeting after a long time, both of them are trying to get the dust from each other's feet. They started pulling, pushing, shoving, trying to fall to the ground and get the other person's dust. And both were very strong and powerful, so neither could be defeated. And Mahaprabhu is watching this fun very eagerly. So all this was happening in ecstasy. Then the Lord came to external consciousness and he requested Pundarik Vidyanidhi to please stay in Nilachal for some time. And Pundarik Vidyanidhi, when he heard the Lord's request, he became very satisfied. He thought himself very fortunate. So he took up his residence near where Mahaprabhu was residing. And Gadadhar Pandit got the mantra once again from Pundarik Vidyanidhi. How do you understand what is the glory of Pundarik Vidyanidhi? Simply the fact that he has Gadadhar Pandit for his disciple. Who is Gadadhar Pandit again? Srimati Radharani's expansion only. He has Gadadhar Pandit for his disciple. This should tell us about the glory of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Everybody would glorify him. There's not one Vaishnava who would not glorify Pundarik Vidyanidhi. And similarly, Pundarik Vidyanidhi would serve every Vaishnava with his body, mind, and words. He had no false ego in his personality. Now, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur explains to us the position of Pundarik Vidyanidhi by narrating an incident which the author heard directly from Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Pandit, who's the disciple of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi was with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri, and he was residing. The Lord gave him the place called Yameshwar, which was on the shore of the ocean. So it was a garden, Yameshwar Tota, Yameshwar garden. And Mahaprabhu would also spend a lot of time in Gadadhar Pandit's garden, Tota Gopinath, right? So Gadadhar Pandit would stay there, and every day Mahaprabhu would go there to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. And Pundarik Vidyanidhi stayed in Yameshwar Tota. He got to spend a lot of time with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And for as long as he stayed in Jagannath Puri, Pundarik Vidyanidhi would regularly go to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. And he would be spending a lot of time with Swarup Damodar Goswami, his friend, old friend. So they would go together to see Lord Jagannath, and they would be discussing Krishna Katha. Soon it was time for Odana Shashti festival. Odana matlab, like in Hindi you say Odani, Odna. Odana Shashti. That means it is a fest. Shashti means the 6th day. So Odana Shashti literally means the 6th day of November, the month of November, December, Agrahayana month. And the 6th day of the waxing moon. And Odana means the new dress that the Lord wears on this day. And that festival is called Odana Shashti. On that particular day, the Lord wears new dress, new clothes, new outfit. But the speciality of this festival is this dress is starched. You see, normally when you wear starched clothes, devotees wash the clothes, because wearing starched clothes is considered to be not clean. Especially when you're worshipping the deity, what to speak of putting the starched clothes on the deity. However, this festival in Jagannath Puri, this Odana Shashti festival, this was being observed, for as long as the devotees knew. This was Lord Jagannath's desire that his servants dress him in starched outfit on that particular day. So on Odana Shashti day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took all his devotees and went to observe this festival of Odana Shashti of Lord Jagannath. So there was great celebration. Various musical instruments were being played. If you have visited Jagannath's festivals, usually there's a lot of instruments played, drums and different types of ghanta, right? In rhythmic way they are played. It's very loud and very melodious and very rhythmic. So mridangas and conch shells, drums, and different dhakas, dagadas, kardas, like this. They were all being played very loudly in this festival of Odana Shashti. And on this day, Jagannath wears various dresses, because it's not just a one-day festival. It goes on from the 6th day of the Agrahayana month until the end of the month of Magh. That means on the 6th day of November, December, until the 4th day of January, February. So many dresses the Lord would wear. It begins on Odin Shashti, but it goes on. So on that day also, so many dresses are offered to the Lord until the end of night. So Mahaprabhu was witnessing this festival along with his devotees, and he was in great ecstasy watching this festival. Mahaprabhu is Jagannath himself. He is witnessing himself being worshipped nicely. All different colored silk clothes, white, yellow, blue silk clothes with pearls and gold were offered to the deity. And Lord Gaur Sundar is observing. And also Jagannath is decorated with flower ornaments, bracelets, crown, all flower crown, flower garlands, all flower decorations. And then various items were offered to the Lord. And then nice bhoga was offered. And in this way, it was a grand festival. After the festival, all the devotees, they returned to their respective residences, absorbed in ecstatic love for the Lord. So the Lord sent everyone home, and he remained alone in his own ecstatic mode after the festival. All the devotees left, but 2 devotees remained. And they were Swarup Damodar Goswami and Pundarik Vidyanidhi, the best friends. They were such close friends that they would reveal whatever was there in their minds without any hesitation. Just like you would open up your heart to your close friend. Not just like, because they're completely on the transcendental platform. The associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are the eternal associates of the Lord. But just for us to understand, we give some analogies from what we can understand from our experience. But we should always know that they're completely on the transcendental platform. But the idea is they were such good friends that they wouldn't hesitate revealing even the most confidential things, realizations, or whatever they had in their minds, they could share with each other. So now, Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he's visiting Jagannath Puri, and he attended this festival of Odin Shashti, where he saw Lord Jagannath is now dressed in starched clothes. So he got a doubt. When he saw Jagannath wearing starched cloth, he got some doubt in his heart. So he asked Swarup Damodar Goswami, why are they offering starched clothes to Lord Jagannath? This place, Jagannath Puri, is a place where everyone follows the scriptures. Shrutis and Smritis are widely accepted in this place. Then why are they offering starched cloth before it is washed to Lord Jagannath? Because, starched cloth is not pure. How can they offer starched cloth to the Lord? That was Pundarik Vidyanidhi's doubt. So Swarup Damodar Goswami said, my dear friend, please listen. There is no fault in this, because this is the custom of this place. Those who know Shrutis and Smritis may not observe this festival. Yes, in Shastras it is forbidden, but in Jagannath Puri, they've been observing this festival forever. It has always been observed in this way. If Lord Jagannath had a problem with this, if Lord Jagannath did not approve this festival, then would this festival continue? Wouldn't the king stop it? But the king is allowing it, because you see, Lord Jagannath would come in the dream of the king. If he didn't like something, even now, not that he would, even now also. He comes in the dreams of the king or the priests who worship him. And there are several pastimes of Lord Jagannath. If he wanted something, he would come in the dream and he would let his devotees know. Like the king or the priests, the head priest. So if this was an offense, offering starched cloth to Lord Jagannath, if it were an offense, wouldn't the Lord let the king know? Then the king would have stopped it. But this has been going on for ages. So that's why there is nothing wrong with this festival. That was Swarup Damodar Goswami's point. Now, Pundarik Vidyanidhi is saying, of course, the Lord is transcendental. For him, there is nothing right or wrong. You see, he is beyond good and bad, right or wrong. No problem. Even if he accepts in this context. I was actually listening to Srila Prabhupada's lecture earlier today. So Srila Prabhupada was speaking about Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Why the Lord is saying Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam? Does the Lord become contaminated if he ate meat? No. For him, there is nothing good or bad. What to speak of meat? He can eat fire. You saw in Srimad Bhagavatam, you read this pastime. Krishna swallows fire. But still he says, offer Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Why? Because the devotees will accept that prasadam. Like that. But for himself, is he going to be contaminated or anything if he accepted? No. So similarly, if you offered starched cloth to Lord Jagannath, is it going to contaminate him? No, he's transcendental. He's not going to be affected. So now Pundarik Vidyanidhi's point is, of course, Jagannath won't be affected. But the devotees, why they are imitating his activities? They are not on the platform of Jagannath. Why they are imitating the activities of the Lord? They should not touch unwashed, starched cloth. And we see that the king, he is wearing that starched cloth as a turban on his head. Jagannath being the supreme controller, anything is possible for him. But how can others imitate his activities? As soon as one touches starched cloth, he has to wash his hands to purify himself. So this is Shastric injunction. They're all learned in scriptures. Why they're not following scriptural injunctions? So, hearing this, Swarup Damodar Goswami said, my dear brother, please listen. I still think there is no fault in this festival of Odhanishashti. The Supreme Lord has come in the form of Jagannath as the deity. So rules and regulations don't apply to him. Again, Pundarik Vidyanidhi is saying, he is not at fault. Jagannath is not at fault even if he violates rules and regulations. But what about all these other servants of Jagannath? They've also become Brahman or what? Like the way the Lord is Supreme Brahman, they have also become Brahman by staying in Nilachal. So you see now, there's an important point here. Anyway, but you can see the offense. Now, the offense is directed towards the servants of Jagannath. Why are they doing it? They have given a proper etiquette and now they're acting like they are the incarnations of the Supreme Lord. The way the Supreme Lord is not affected by pure or impure, they're also acting on that platform. However, this whole discussion was happening between two friends in a, what do you say, in jest. You know, they were just having, in a friendly way, they were laughing and they were talking. So they laughed again and again and they were walking down. So everybody had gone to their respective residences. They were also going home. On the way, they were talking like this and walking down the road, holding each other's hands. So they were discussing whether Jagannath's servants were at fault or not. Sarup Damodar Goswami is saying, no, it's okay. And Pundarik Vidyanidhi was saying, no, the servants, you know, this is not right, like that. But here the point is, the Lord's servants are so glorious. Only Krishna knows the attachment of the servants for him. Actually, I want to show you something here. Let me share. This diagram is called the transcendental diagram. In the 11th canto, 19th chapter, this is Uddhav Gita. At the end of the 19th chapter, Krishna tells Uddhava that seeing good and bad, you see, in this world, you will see good and bad, isn't it? Just give me 1 second. I think this fan is making too much noise. So in the 11th canto, 19th chapter, Lord Krishna tells Uddhava that seeing good and bad, you see dualities in this world, right? Something is good and something is bad. This is doing, for example, take this example, offering starched cloth to the deity is bad. Something else is good. For example, I'm just saying. So there is good and bad in this world. Lord Krishna is telling Uddhava that this guna dosha drishti, guna means quality, dosha means fault. So this drishti, this vision of seeing good quality and fault, this is bad. Krishna is telling Uddhava that seeing difference between good and bad, having this vision of good and bad is bad. Not having this vision of good and bad is good. Are you following me? Seeing good and bad is bad. Not seeing good and bad is good. Krishna said in 11th canto, 19th chapter, towards the end. Then Uddhava asks a question that, but this good and bad, how do we know what is good, what is bad? The Vedas are only telling us. We know what is good, what is bad from Vedas. Vedas are directly coming from the Supreme Lord. The Vedas are the energy of the Lord. Vedas are not written by any human being. They are not written. They are eternally existing like the Lord. The Vedas are only telling us what is good and what is bad. Then how is it bad to see good and bad? If the Vedas are telling us what is good, what is bad, obviously, if they are telling us this is good, this is bad, means the good should be done and bad should not be done. That's understood. If the Vedas are pointing out, saying that this is good and this is bad, that means they're saying what should be done and what should not be done. Good should be done and bad should not be done. Then how are you saying that seeing good and bad is actually bad? Good question, right? Then you know what Lord Krishna said in answer to that? Lord Krishna says in answer to Uddhava's question, in this entire, this is in the 20th chapter, now in the beginning of 20th chapter, Krishna is telling Uddhava, Lord Krishna is telling Uddhava, in this entire creation, right, for the benefit of human beings, I have given three paths. Jnana, Karma, Jnana and Bhakti, three paths. I've given three paths. What was the question asked and what is the answer given? What is the connection between the two? Uddhava's question was, good and bad is given by Vedas. Why you are saying that seeing good and bad is bad and not seeing good and bad is good? And in answer, Krishna is saying that there are three paths that I have given. There are only three paths. There's no other path. There's no fourth path. There are only three paths. For the benefit, for the welfare of all human beings, I have given three yogas, three paths. What is that? Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Except for these three, there is no fourth path. What is the link of this answer to Uddhava's question, you know? For whom seeing good and bad is required and who is qualified to not see good and bad? You see, the three paths that Krishna said, this one is called Karma Yoga. Here, Karma. The left side is called Jnana Yoga. And the right side is called Bhakti Yoga. What is the goal? Paratattvam or absolute truth. This is the goal. Those who follow Jnana Yoga, they realize absolute truth as Brahman. They go and merge into Brahman. Those who follow Bhakti Yoga, they realize the absolute truth as Bhagavan, Bhagavat Prapti, right? You get Bhagavat Prapti or you get Bhagavat Sakshatkara, darshan of the Lord. You go to Golok Vrindavan Dham or Vaikuntha. And then there is Karma Yoga. Because for one to follow Jnana Yoga, the qualification is Antakarna Shuddhi. For one to follow Bhakti Yoga, the qualification is Dridha Shraddha, firm faith. Unless you have this, it's a gate. Unless you have this qualification, you cannot enter into either Jnana or Bhakti to realize your particular goal. But everyone in this entire creation is qualified to do karma. If that karma you do in a particular way and you offer that to the Lord, then that becomes karma yoga. But if you are using that karma, you are doing karma simply for sense gratification, then you will remain a karmi. But all living entities are qualified. That means all karmis are, all conditioned souls are qualified to do karma. Who is qualified to do jnana? After his heart is purified, Antakarna Shuddhi. Who is qualified to do Shuddha Bhakti? After he gets Dridha Shraddha, he is qualified to do Shuddha Bhakti. Now, for whom good and bad is required, seeing good and bad is essential. Vedas are showing good and bad, and we must do what is good and we should not do what is bad. That is for people here. Karma, whoever is doing karma. What is the qualification for people to do karma? Those who are too attached. Those who are too attached. Kaminam, who are full of desires. Anirvinna chittanam and kaminam, who don't have detachment and their hearts are full of desires. Such people are qualified to do only karma, karma yoga. Okay. For them, seeing good and bad is important. You have to follow the rules and regulations. What is good, what is bad, what is pious, what is sinful activities. They have to follow that. If they don't follow, what will happen? If they don't follow, then that is, you are transgressing the rules of the scripture. There will be a consequence. There will be a consequence. However, when Krishna is saying, seeing good and bad is bad, who is that applicable to? It is applicable to this person here. One who has entered into Shuddha Bhakti after getting Dridha Shraddha and he has transcended. He is here in the stage of prema. For him, the rules of material good and bad don't apply. That means he's advanced so much in bhakti, he is far beyond the stage of seeing what is good and what is bad. You cannot apply these conditions to this person. Similarly, on the left side, Jnana Marga, one who is in this stage, Jivan Mukta stage, you cannot apply the conditions that apply to this person here in Nishkama Karma Yoga. While you're doing karma, still, you have to follow the rules, regulations. That means of dharma, what is right and what is wrong. It is applicable. But for someone who's already on the transcendental path and in a very advanced stage of transcendental path, for him, saying that this is good and this is bad, no, he's beyond good and bad. And that is good, Krishna is saying. If you can come to that stage where you have transcended all good and bad, all rules, regulations, that's great. But can you, while you are here, can you imitate this person? No. Why? Because you don't have the qualification. First of all, you have to get this Dridha Shraddha to even begin pure devotional service. Okay. So now, coming back to Srila Pundarik Vidyanidhi's question here. What is Srila Pundarik Vidyanidhi saying? That why the servants are, the Lord is transcendental, of course. He is not affected by good or bad, whether you offer starched clothes or not, he's not affected by that. But his servants, why they are acting like that? Okay. So now, Krishna knows the heart of his devotees. He knows and he understands the glories of his devotees. Now, should we think that Pundarik Vidyanidhi is actually an offender? He does not understand the glory of Lord Jagannath's devotees. Should we think like that? No. Because Pundarik Vidyanidhi is actually an eternal associate of the Lord. He is Vrishabhanu Maharaj. So how can we say that he is also committing offense to the Lord's devotees? No. However, we see that in order to teach a lesson to the world, the Lord puts his own devotees in bewilderment. We see several cases like that. Last time, Chinmayi Vrajapriya Mataji mentioned Arjun. Arjun gets this moha. And because of that, he's experiencing all these emotions. Basically, that illusion. How can an eternal associate of the Lord get this type of illusion? Oh, this is my family member. How he got that? He got that because it was given to him by the Lord. That bewilderment is also given by the Lord to Arjun. Then what is the point? Why that bewilderment was given? So that this Bhagavad Gita can be spoken. And this Bhagavad Gita is a manual for all of us. by which we can we can be guided on the transcendental path. Similarly, we see Lord Brahma Vimohan Leela. Brahmaji is seeing Krishna and he also becomes bewildered. He is thinking, this small boy, he also got bewildered. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye Muhyanti Yat Surayah. Even great Suris, right? Great learned personalities, great sages, and even demigods, they also become bewildered. They cannot understand Krishna. Of course, Lord Brahma got Bhagavad Sakshatkar. Our Brahmaji, at the beginning of creation, he actually gets darshan of the Supreme Lord. He's a devotee. He's a devotee of the Lord. He's a pure devotee of the Lord. Brahmaji, our Sampradaya, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. He is our original Acharya. He's a pure devotee of the Lord. But still we see he's also bewildered. How he is bewildered? The Lord gave that bewilderment to Brahmaji. And then, not only does the Lord give that bewilderment, he also brings the devotee out of that bewilderment. He removes that bewilderment also out of his causeless mercy. So that's the same we are seeing here in Pundarik Vidyanidhi's case. So far we saw how he became bewildered, seeing the servants of Jagannath putting on starched clothes on Lord Jagannath. We saw how the Lord gave bewilderment to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. After this, then the Lord brings his devotee out of that illusion. That also we will see. And that is today's discussion. So today we begin with text 124. Ei mata range dhange dui priya sakha chali lena Krishna karye jarayatha vasa. So after attending this festival, they are walking back and, laughing, holding hands and talking, discussing. Ei mate range dhange. Range dhange. Very intimate friends. Dui priya sakha. In great, in joy, holding hands, they're walking down the street. And then Krishna Karye Jara Yathavas, they went to their respective residences to perform their Krishna conscious duties, Krishna Karya. So they attended the festival and they went home to their own respective residences. They went to perform their Krishna conscious duties. Bhikka kori ailena gaurangera sthane prabhu sthane asisabe thakila shayane. So they went home, that means to their place of residence, took their meal. After taking their meal, they came to the residence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for some time. We did read that Swarup Damodar Goswami is all the time with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Pundarik Vidyanidhi also had his residence in Yameshwar Tota. So he would also come to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all the time. Every day he would spend time with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu took them to Jagannath's temple to witness Odan Shashti festival. After observing the festival, they all went to their respective homes or residences, wherever they stayed. Pundarik Vidyanidhi and Swarup Damodar Goswami, they were also walking down. Everyone else had left, but they were holding hands and they were talking. And then they went to their respective homes. After taking their meal, they went back to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's residence and spent some time there. Prabhu sthane asi sabe thakila shayane. They stayed until it was, night time, until it was time to go to bed. Then they all went back to their respective homes to take rest. सकल जानेन प्रभु चैतन्य गोसाई जगन्नाथ रूपे स्वप्ने गेला ताना ठाई. सकल जानेन प्रभु चैतन्य गोसाई. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows everything. Sakala janena Prabhu Chaitanya Gosai. Jagannatha Rupe, so that Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is only Jagannath. And he knows everything. He knows everything means he knows what was the doubt in Pundarik Vidyanidhi's heart and what they were discussing. Mahaprabhu knows everything. So in the form of Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of Jagannath appeared in a dream to Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Sakala janena Prabhu Chaitanya Gosai Jagannatha Rupe Swapne Gela Tana Thai. So he went to Pundarik Vidyanidhi in the form of Jagannath in his dream. Swapane dekhe na Vidyanidhi Mahashay Jagannatha Balai Asi Hoila Vijay. So what did Pundarik Vidyanidhi see in the dream? Swapane dekhe na Vidyanidhi Mahashay, respectable Vidyanidhi, Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he saw in his dream Jagannatha Balai Asi Hoila Vijay. Lord Jagannath and Lord Balaram. Balai is Lord Balaram. Jagannatha Balai Asi Hoila Vijay. Vijay means Aake darshan dena. He appeared. So Jagannath and Balaram, that means they came. Where did they come? They came in his dream and appeared in front of him. Vidyanidhi, Pundarik Vidyanidhi saw this. Vidyanidhi, Swapane dekhena Vidyanidhi Mahashay, Jagannatha Balai Asi Hoila Vijay. And then, Krodha Rupa Jagannatha Vidyanidhi dekhe, Apane Dhariya Tare, Chadaye na Mukhe. Krodha Rupa Jagannath. So what did Pundarik Vidyanidhi see? He saw Jagannath and Baldev appear. Jagannath looked very angry. He was really angry. Krodha Rupa Jagannath. Vidyanidhi dekhe, Apane Dhariya. He caught, Lord Jagannath caught hold of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Tare Chadayana Mukhe. He started slapping on the face of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. Holding him, Jagannath started slapping Pundarik Vidyanidhi on the face. Krodha Rupa Jagannatha Vidyanidhi dekhe, Apane Dhariya Tare Chadayana Mukhe. Dui bhai mili chada, mare dui gale. And not just Jagannath. Jagannath was hitting on one cheek and Baladev on the other cheek. Dui bhai mili. Together, both brothers, dui bhai mili, chada mare dui gale. Dono gaal pe chata marne lage. Both brothers. Jagannath and Baladev started slapping Pundarik Vidyanidhi on both cheeks, one on each side. They just started slapping him on the cheeks. Dui bhai mili chada, mare dui gale, he na dada chadhaya, je anguli gale phule. They beat him, they slapped him so much that his cheeks became all swollen. And anguli means fingers. The impressions of their fingers were visible on his swollen cheeks. They slapped him so much. Later we will see, actually, for 48 minutes continuously they were slapping him. Hena dada chadhaya je anguli gale phule. So Pundarik Vidyanidhi's cheeks were also swollen, being slapped by the lordships. And their impressions of their fingers were there on the swollen cheeks. Dukha pai Vidyanidhi Krishna Raksha bole, aparada kshama boli pode pada tale. Dukha pai, being beaten up so much, being slapped so much, he was in great distress. Dukha pai Vidyanidhi, Krishna raksha bole. My Lord, please save me, protect me. Krishna, please protect me. Krishna raksha bole. Please save me, please save me. Aparada kshama boli pode padatale. So then, here it is said that he said, my Lord, please save me, please forgive my offense, and he fell on the lotus feet. But actually what happened inside, the details we will see further. But it is explained that he didn't understand why the Lord was, Jagannath, Baladev, why they were beating him. He didn't understand. They slapped him profusely on the face. So he asked Kanai and Balai, Krishna Balaram, he's asking, why are you punishing me unnecessarily? That means he didn't know what he did, what was his offense. So why are you punishing me? What's my offense? So then, when he asked like that, they revealed that there is no end to your offenses. So it was Pundarik Vidyanidhi's doubt about the servants of Lord Jagannath, about the festival of Lord Jagannath. How can you consider that the behavior of my servants is improper? How can you find a fault with the observance of my festival? So he asked, what is my offense? Pundarik Vidyanidhi is asking, what's my offense, my Lord, what's my offense? So Jagannath said that the offense was criticizing his servants regarding their dressing Jagannath with starched cloth. So he was feeling great fear. So then he placed his head at the lotus feet of the Lord and began to cry. And he said, please forgive me, my Lord. Please forgive the offenses I have committed, like that. But you see, the Lord's appearing in the dream of Pundarik Vidyanidhi. So this is a very, very wonderful, confidential pastime, which teaches us so many lessons. One thing is the Lord's appearing in the dream. He does not appear in the dream of, sometimes you also hear people saying that, I saw the Lord in the dream and the Lord gave me this darshan and that darshan, or maybe this instruction. The Lord does not appear in the dreams of non-devotees, period. He doesn't appear in the dreams of non-devotees. The Lord's dealings are only with his devotees. Anyway, we will discuss more in this as we go further, the importance of, what do you learn when the Lord appears in the dreams? And how is that devotee benefiting by that dream? And what is the Lord's mood? It's just his mercy when he's appearing in the dream. It is his mercy on the devotee. Being punished in the dream by the Lord is his mercy, and such mercy is very, very rarely seen. Whoever receives this type of punishment, he actually feels, a devotee who gets this type of punishment, he feels very fortunate that the Lord has given me this mercy. So we can stop there today. We stopped at text 130. So text 130 is saying, Dukha pai Vidyanidhi Krishna Raksha bole, Aparada Kshama boli pode padatale. Feeling distress, Vidyanidhi fell at their feet and prayed, Krishna, save me, forgive my offenses. So actually what happened was, first he asked what his offense was, why the Lord was punishing him. And then when the Lord revealed what the offense was, then he begged for forgiveness and he fell on the lotus feet of Sri Jagannath and Baladev. So we can stop here today. Thank you all very much. Does anyone have any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Such a beautiful narration. Each time you come, as you talk Chaitanya Bhagavat, you just take us into the pastime. It is so beautiful, Mataji. And yeah, this pastime, even I keep wondering why, why Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is ending his entire scripture with this pastime. And you very nicely, you said the depth, the layers it has. So thank you so much, Mataji. Very grateful to you. Hare Krishna. Devotees, if you have any realizations to share or questions to ask, please go ahead. Mataji. Chat. Topaz Mataji Prabhuji. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. I have a question about Jagannath. It's not directly related to the pastime, but I just have a question. Is that okay?
If I know it, you can ask Mataji.
Okay, I was just curious about like knowing more. Like I know before Rath Yatra, sometime before Rath Yatra, they do the Snan Yatra where they bathe Lord Jagannath, and then he gets sick, and then he doesn't come out until shortly before Rath Yatra. I just like was kind of curious to like how come that pastime occurs and people we do that like yearly? Like what's the explanation of that and how come he gets sick?
How does he get sick? You see, you can also say, then how can the Lord get hungry? Why do we need to offer him bhoga? Isn't it? But still, the Lord becomes actually hungry. We see in Damodar Leela, in the morning, Krishna sees that his mother is not there. He's like a 3-year-old boy. Like an ordinary small boy or small child. As soon as the child wakes up in the morning, is looking for the mother to drink her breast milk. Krishna is feeling the same way. And at the same time, he's the Supreme Lord. He's Atma Rama, completely satisfied in the self. But at the same time, he's hungry. And he becomes as if he's about to cry. Like this, not one. There are many, many qualities in Krishna which are contradictory. Contradictory meaning opposite qualities. On one hand, he is Atma Rama. Atma Rama means completely satisfied. Atma Rama means one who dwells in himself. He doesn't need anything from outside of his Swarupa. He doesn't need anything from anyone else. He's completely satisfied. And at the same time, we see he's hungry for Yashodamai's milk. He's hungry for the butter from other gopis' homes. He even steals from their homes. So how do we understand this? So similarly, now your point is, Jagannath is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is transcendental. How can he fall sick? And every year at the same time, he falls sick. How is this happening? Both are correct. It is not that, oh, he's just, it's not that he's pretending or this is just an imitation. He's just acting like this for the sake of the pastime he's doing. Actually, he's not falling sick. He's just acting, this is just a pastime like that. No, if you say that, that's an offense. He actually falls sick. He actually becomes hungry. But that does not disturb his transcendence or his Atma Ramata, being completely self-satisfied, or his being, transcendental. How can we explain this? This is beyond our material logic. That's why it is called inconceivable. Achintyatvam. Achintyatvam means this, it's inconceivable for us. It's not, we cannot understand it because our mind, our intelligence is within the realm of material world. That means within the realm of time and space. Whereas the Lord, his activities, his pastimes are beyond space and time. So with my mind, I cannot understand the transcendental activities of the Lord, which are achintya, inconceivable. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's greatest contribution is this achintya bheda philosophy. Without this achintyatvam, we will not be able to explain the Lord's position. So yes, he does fall sick. At the same time, his falling sick is not like our falling sick. When we get cold and fever, that is material. But his falling sick is completely transcendental. And by his pastime, by his falling sick, there is great pleasure, both for the Lord and for the devotee. There is that exchange of love between the Lord and his devotee. That's true in all his pastimes. All his pastimes are real. None of them are imitations. They're actually happening. When he's crying out of fear, he's actually fearful. Fear personified is afraid of Krishna, but Krishna is afraid of Yashoda Mai's stick. Now, can we say he's simply pretending, he's acting like he's fearful? No, he's actually fearful. He's actually afraid. How? This is achintya. Of course, one more thing here is that his devotees, these intimate associates of the Lord, they are all within his Swarupa only. It is within his Swarupa Shakti. So therefore, he is not actually depending on anyone outside of himself. His transcendental abode, all his pastimes, all his devotees, they are all within his Swarupa. So that's why, even though he is apparently depending on someone, that someone is also within his Swarupa, so he is completely self-satisfied. Did that help, Topaz Mataji?
Yeah, that was good. But I guess I also wanted to know like more of the pastime, because I know of the explanation of like Rath Yatra is after Krishna receives ecstasy and he becomes small after hearing about the pastimes from Vrindavan. So I wanted to know if there was also like a similar pastime like
His
in
falling
the
sick.
in the past of when he fell sick.
Yeah, I don't know, Mataji. I don't know about that.
Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Topaz Mataji, and thank you, Mataji. Such a beautiful answer. And talking about the contradictions of Damodar is so pleasing to the heart any time of the year. Thank you so much, Mataji. Mataji, there are some chat messages I'll quickly go through. Sunil Prabhu is thanking you, Mataji. Amalasundari Mataji is thanking you. And Yashomati Mataji is also thanking you for a wonderful class, such wonderful pastimes, giving us beautiful insights. We are all very grateful to you, Mataji, giving your time and so very patiently you answer our questions all the time. So very grateful to you. And with your permission, shall we offer obeisances to all the simple Vaishnavas, Mataji? Panchakalpatarubhyascha
Sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo
Bhaganebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
namo
Namo
namaha.
Namaha.
Namaha. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai.
Ki jai.
Jai.
Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Ki
Hare
jai.
Jai.
ki jai.
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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna
Dandavat
Mataji,
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Thank you very much.